In 1876, there was an asylum in Boston where disabled and mentally ill children were sent to live. And in this asylum, there was a little girl named Little Annie. She would speak to no one and was completely unresponsive to any treatment and therapy. As the years passed, the doctors declared little Annie to be a hopeless case, and she was sent to the basement of the building in personal confinement. The basement was where the asylum sent only the most unresponsive patients, the ones with no hope of recovery. But there was a Christian woman, Maggie Carroll, who was also at the asylum and refused to give up hope. She would go and visit little Annie and pray for her and sit with her and read the Bible to her, even though the child never even acknowledged the woman's presence. Months passed. Still, every single day, the woman would continue to pray for God's healing. And then, one day, Annie began to respond and over time began to communicate. Astonished, the woman convinced the doctors to once again give Annie treatment. Miraculously, within 2 years, the doctors said that little Annie had been cured and was free to live a normal life. However, Annie decided to stay and help other children just as she'd been helped. Her life had been saved by the one woman who still had faith. 50 years later, a great ceremony was held by the Queen of England in honor of one of the most amazing women in America, Helen Keller. I'm sure we've all heard of the miracle of Helen Keller, about the girl who was blind and deaf and yet learned to communicate. When asked to what attributed her success, she promptly answered, "If it hadn't been for Anne Sullivan, I wouldn't be here today." For you see, Anne Sullivan, the great teacher, was little Annie, the girl in the asylum. If it hadn't been for Maggie Carroll, the name of Helen Keller would be unknown today. And all those lives who've been touched by Helen Keller's life would have missed out. Maggie Carroll, the kind Christian woman who took a few minutes from her lunchtime to go help someone in need and pray for them, ultimately had a tremendous impact on the world. We have an opportunity every day to reach out to others. We have the chance to impact someone's life, whether or not we see any results from our actions. Whose miracle worker are you? Are you the Good Samaritan in someone's life? Our legacy of kindness and generosity can transform lives. I challenge you, just as I challenge myself, to make the most of every opportunity and to never pass up the chance to bless someone else. If we turn our indifference into making a difference, we can truly change history, just like Maggie Carroll. We can be real life good Samaritans.